leading 2020 Democratic candidates to face off in Texas for third debate. 10 candidates will meet on stage at the third Democratic primary debate in Houston, Texas, on Thursday evening. For the first time since the debates began in August, Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren will be standing on the same stage. In fact, Thursday's matchup marks the first time all of the qualifying candidates will be facing off on a single stage, since only 10 candidates met the Democratic National Committee's tougher requirements from the third and fourth debates. Several candidates who did not make the debate stage have argued that the polling and donor thresholds for the debate were too stringent. Follow live updates of the Democratic debate as it happens, why voters aren't considering certain candidates. According to the latest CBS News polling of early primary and caucus states, the top three candidates, Elizabeth Warren, Joe Biden, and Bernie Sanders, are each being considered by at least about half of Democratic likely voters. But for all the other candidates, fewer than half of voters are considering them. 2020 Democratic primary debates. More in 2020 Democratic primary debates. After voters told us which candidates they're considering, we randomly presented one of the candidates not under consideration and asked them to choose from a list of reasons why they weren't considering the candidate. Voters could pick more than one. The main reason voters gave for not considering a candidate was that they just hadn't heard enough about him yet. Voters say this half the time. The next most common reasons given were that the candidate can't defeat Donald Trump, 31%, perhaps unsurprising, given that Democrats have been prioritizing electability, and that they're not prepared to be president yet, 26%. Less common reasons were disagreeing with the candidate's ideas, 15%, and concern that the candidate would take the party in the wrong direction, 12%. Read more about this poll here. Kabir Khanna Harris reflects on time at Howard ahead of debate at an HBCU. The only Democratic candidate educated at a historically black college will have an opportunity to debate at an HBCU Thursday evening when the field takes the stage for the third presidential debate at Texas Southern University in Houston. Harris, who graduated from Howard University, cherished her time there, and that was a message she wanted to convey to TSU's students. She took out a full-page ad in the student newspaper and read the students an open letter about her experience at Howard, which she ranked as one of the two things that had a profound impact on her life, just behind her mother and her family. "I'll always remember freshman orientation," Harris recalled, "walking into the auditorium and seeing hundreds of people and everyone looked like me. To attend an HBCU is," she said, "to be constantly reminded you are young, gifted and black," and that experience, she suggested, prepared her for spending my career in rooms where I was the only one who looked like me. "I know how important it is to center our voices in the conversation as we build an America we can all see ourselves in." Read more about Harris's time at an HBCU, and how it shaped her here. LaCry Michelle and Stephanie Ramirez. Trump campaign flies anti-socialism banner ahead of debate. The Trump campaign is flying a 4,800 square foot aerial banner above the Democratic debate site in Houston on Thursday. The campaign is also running full-page ads in the area's top newspapers. Both read, "Socialism will kill Houston's economy." Vote Trump 2020. Trump campaign manager Brad Parscale tweeted a video of the banner being flown by a prop plane in the Texas sky, telling supporters, "Hey Houston, look up." He added the hashtag, "Socialism sucks." The president and his campaign have tried to frame all of the Democratic candidates as representative of some brand of socialism, an argument they hope will help them secure victory in next year's presidential election. Kamala Harris bringing DACA recipients as guests to debate. California DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, recipients will be accompanying Kamala Harris to Thursday night's debate in a move that the Harris campaign says is critical to acknowledge as the Trump administration continues to strip away protections for immigrants in the U.S. As a child of immigrants and a fierce advocate for our country's dreamers, I will not stop fighting until our immigrant communities get the protection and respect they deserve, Harris said in a statement before the debate. Senator Harris will be joined by Young-Woo Kim and Eric Yang, two young DACA recipients from Southern California. When DACA was under threat in 2017, I remember seeing Senator Harris speak in support of undocumented young people at a UCI rally for the DREAM Act. By giving us a national platform to speak on issues that are important to our people, it's clear that Senator Harris is still a champion for our community, Kim said in a statement. I want everyone watching the debate to know about the danger that DACA is in and hear the stories of people like me who will be impacted if the Supreme Court takes it away. I ask that everyone who shows up to the debate also show up for immigrant youth, echoed Yang. Which candidates will appear at the debate? Candidates will appear on stage from left to right. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, former Vice President Joe Biden, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, California Senator Kamala Harris, Andrew Yang, former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke, former Housing and Urban Development Secretary Julian Castro, who didn't qualify for the debate. Here's a look at who didn't make the cut to appear on stage Thursday night. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet, Montana Governor Steve Bullock, former Maryland Congressman John Delaney, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, Hawaii Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, Ohio Congressman Tim Ryan, Tim Steyer, Marianne Williamson. How did the candidates qualify for the debate? Candidates had to reach at least 2% support in at least 4 polls, which could be national polls or polls in the early voting states of Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina or Nevada. Candidates also had to receive donations from at least 130,000 unique donors, with 400 donors per state in at least 20 states. The Democratic National Committee will hold its 4th primary debate on October 15 and 16 in Ohio. Since more than 10 candidates have qualified for the October debate, the debate will take place over 2 nights. Campaigns will have until 11:59 p.m. ET on October 1 to meet donor and polling thresholds to qualify. The thresholds to qualify are the same as those for tonight's debate, meaning that a candidate who did not meet the requirements from the September debate could still reach the polling and donor thresholds and make it onto the debate stage in October. What to look for? Biden, who is the frontrunner in most polls, has been targeted by other candidates for his record on issues of race and criminal justice. Kamala Harris challenged him in the first debate for his opposition to federally mandated busing in the 1970s, and by Cory Booker in the second for his vote on a crime bill in the 1990s which disproportionately affected black Americans. Thursday could shape up to be a test of whether the former vice president can fend off attacks on a political career that spans 40 years. Offstage. And years ago, Warren famously sparred with Biden before she was elected senator for supporting a bill making it more difficult for individuals to declare bankruptcy. But candidates may also go after Warren, who has been rising in the polls, and Bernie Sanders for the support for single-payer health care. In earlier debates, Warren and Sanders were targets for moderate candidates who argued that the positions were too extreme. However, several of those candidates did not meet the DNC's threshold to appear on stage Thursday. How to watch the third 2020 Democratic debate. Date: Thursday, September 12, time 8 to 11 p.m. At location: Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. TV channel: ABC and Univision. Online stream: abcnews.com. Good Morning America and 538 websites and mobile apps. Analysis: watch CBSN for live coverage of the debates before, during and after. Follow live CBS News Debate Live blog for real-time updates. Let's block ads. Why?